kilo category. Know exactly where we are. Well, things are taking shape nicely now. We've got a number of good matchups coming your way. Two fighters coming up the ramp now. That fight will be underway in a moment. Just bring you up to date with what's happening with Michel Ferreira, who leads Gulan Kilic, and in fact has just won that contest, holding Kilic with Kezagatami
in the white judo gi representing Canada, Justin KARN. In the blue judo gi representing the Republic of Korea,
52
Min-Jae
kilo category. A lot to keep you up to date with. I hope that you can manage to take it all in, but it's Michel Ferreira who will fight for the bronze medal.
On mat 2, the winner, moving forward on to fight for bronze. In the blue judo gi representing Brazil,
and Lee
Michel Ferreira.
Shape up, face each other, and now take a grip, and the referee is satisfied that that's good and calls a jimmy, and they get underway. They move towards us in the middle of the contest area, just coming over to one end, and the Korean almost getting in there. But that Oso Tagari, then he bails at the end and decides against it. Quick exchange that saw both fighters move to the near side of the tatami middle and then drift off the mat. Just a few meters away from commentary position here. Lee with the dominant grip, and nicely broken up by Justin KARN. Didn't like that right hand up and around his collar, broke that off, and that made it difficult for Lee to come up with anything from there. They both went to the ground, and eventually the referee called mate and brings them back to the middle where they'll start again. It's 30 seconds over and done with. Yeah, Venezuelan, I think, in the under 66 kilo category is coming to the mat, but he's got a bye there. That's Falcon. So if you're seeing someone come onto the mat,
this contest is a bye, so the win goes
his opponent was injured and won't be taking part.
To fight for the bronze medal.
Falcon will just be given the contest, and he'll fight for the bronze a little bit later on. Just over 4 minutes left to go. Lee looking dangerous as he shapes to go right-sided against Justin KARN of Canada. There it is. He's got the right side set up. Oso Tagari, and KARN feels it, and he turns off, landing on his front, and doesn't give up the score. He tried to drag Lee back in to get involved in some nevas, much to the amusement of the crowd, as they saw the Korean being used like a hoover to wipe up the mat and brought back into the middle. But the referee called mate, and he's got them back standing up now, and he calls a jimmy, and they get underway. Here comes Lee again. KARN looking for a Koichigaki, and then Lee looking up as though he'd had his leg trapped, but I don't think there was anything untoward. Now he's got to warn KARN for passivity, and at the same time I think they wanted to look at a leg grab, but the referee's not interested. He's got them back together and he's ready to go. If they've got anything to say, they'll say from the commission, and I don't think they will. 3:50 left on the clock. We're underway again. Lee in the blue judogi. Justin KARN of Canada in white, avoiding for the time being the several attempts of Lee Min-Jae. And Lee Min-Jae, I'll tell you what, for all the fighters here, Lee Min-Jae looks in the best condition. he really does look well prepared. Good physique. And well prepared looking athlete. Take a grip and then move in Jigatai over towards the well, coming over to the near side, and again after an attack, almost simultaneous attack, both fighters looking to come in at the same time. And now Justin KARN being called for a drop, and having been warned previously, he now gives up a score, and it's Min-Jae who goes ahead by Yuko with 3:31 left on the clock. The referee just making sure that they are well set, and then he calls the Jime, and this time they move over to the right side, centre of the tatami. Korean fans looking a bit tense and nervous, shouting their support. They shouldn't actually be standing up there. Anyway, that's where they are. KARN a little bit too stiff, and Lee just holding a little bit too high up, and that shouldn't. The referee just moves his hand down a little bit. Now they're back in the middle, both fighters looking to take a grip. Neither will be allowed to have an overly advantageous grip, and the referee, when he's satisfied, calls the Jime, and they get back underway. Thought about the Surikomiyashi there, the Canadian, but the Korean was stepping off that, and when Justin KARN went up with the right leg, the Korean was already moving, so avoided getting caught with the Ashiwaza. Crowd a little bit subdued now after the Ben Quilter win. That really raised the decibel level in the XL arena. Referee satisfied with the grip, calls a Jime. Just over 3 minutes left to go. Still that one Yuko on the board to Lee, and almost caught there. He may have been a little bit defensive. It looked for a moment as though he's holding on one side of the jacket. You can't have both hands holding on one side of the jacket, but I'm not sure that the referee saw that. It wouldn't have been in his line of vision. Oh yeah, he did. Okay. And he's gone further behind now with that penalty. Just felt the pressure from Lee, did Justin KARN. And unfortunately for KARN, struggling a bit now. 3 penalties on the board, and that is probably going to be sufficient for Lee to do the job. There's a quick look at the clock, does the Korean, and the coach gives him some further advice. Don't lip read Korean, so I can't tell you what it is that he's saying, but hasn't said a great deal. He's one of those coaches that keeps it to a minimum. Now here comes Lee. He's got a grip that he'd like to use for Uchimata, I think. You've got to find him first. You can see him searching for him. He looked there and then decided against it. Momentarily in the right position for Uchimata, or maybe Harai Goshi, and then he collapsed. He has to defend now against an attempted shimiwaza from Justin KARN, but the referee decides that he's going to call Mate, stand them up again, and bring them back to the middle of the mat. Wazari the lead, 2:26 left on the board. The Korean Lee Min-Jae leading here on the back of the penalties given up by the Canadian Justin KARN. Referee gets them underway again. Drift a little bit out towards the right side of the mat, with KARN attempting a left-sided tire toshi, but the hands aren't in the right place, and Lee pushes the hips forward, breaks that up, and the referee calls Mate as they drift out of the contest area. He brings them back now, and they stand in the middle. Canadian with a short haircut and glistening with sweat as he takes his grip. the Korean with a short haircut, and he's glistening with sweat with his judogi open and chest pumping, and look at the condition. He is in good shape, isn't he? Breathing heavily though, and if anything, it's the Canadian who looks as though he may have a little bit more left in the tank, and there's plenty of time left on the clock. 2:11 left to go. Korean coach sits back, relaxed almost, and thinking, where is his man going to get the winning score from? He's looking for he wants to counter, but he can't afford to hang on. He's already got 3 penalties on the board, so Justin KARN looks like a counter puncher. He's set up for Lee's attack and waiting to counter, but he's probably waited around a little bit too much. Got the shout there from the Canadian coach, and that may have come a little bit too late, because the corner judges now are moving in, and like a pair of vultures who sense the end of a piece of prey is near, they circle towards the referee, give him their verdict, and now it's the referee who's going to come up with the decision, which I think will be another warning to Justin KARN, and that'll be the end of the contest. And Hans Sakamake. Lee lets out a yell of exhilaration, and then he moves over to shake hands and salute his opponent. First of all in the appropriate way by bowing, and then with the not compulsory handshake that has become so part of competition judo that it's surprising when it doesn't happen. Min-Jae is the winner there. The Canadian not able to. Oh, and one of the corner judges spotted the one-sided grip for too long. Maybe the referee had a bit of a helping hand. Min-Jae, a happy Korean, as he goes on to fight for the bronze medal. We'll see him again